What's good? Brian Tong here, and I know it's really early, but there's a whole lot of talk about Apple's plans for the 20th anniversary iPhone. We're going to talk about it. Plus, Apple officially announces new accessibility features for iOS 19, and CarPlay Ultra is announced, but will you be able to use it? Hey, but first, we've got to start with two quick stories for the Apple Vision Pro, and I promise you'll get a kick out of this one. On a recent episode of The Price is Right, the Apple Vision Pro with 256 gig storage capacity was the first prize up for bidding. So, hey, let's see what the contestants guessed.
$1,000.
Thank you, Tamia. $1,000. Leroy.
$750.
$750. $1,750. Rain.
I'm going to say 1,001.
1,001. Maria.
1,270.
$1,270. Good luck, everybody. Actual retail price is $3,499. Maria, yeah, coming up here.
The price is wrong.
And that, in a nutshell, is the challenge Apple is facing. Incredible tech, amazing experiences, but a huge gap between expectations and reality for the general consumer. It's as honest of a reality check that you can get, except I don't like the person that did the $1,001 bet. I always think that is just, I hate that stuff. But like I've said before, if and when we see a slimmer and lighter version, I don't expect to see it priced at anything lower than $1,999. And more realistically, $2,499 might be the price that they go with. Now, Bloomberg's Mark Gurman reports Apple is working on a VisionOS 3 feature that would eliminate using hand gestures to scroll through websites or reading, and instead, users could soon be able to scroll through content with just their eyes. I'm wondering if this would be a combination of maybe a hand gesture to recognize and then be able to do this eye-based scrolling. If you want to eye scroll, oh man, is that what they're gonna call it, the feature? Like, eye scroll, get it? Okay. Now, the multiple cameras inside of Apple Vision Pro already support an accessibility feature to look and then hold your gaze, let's say at a button or link, to then select it automatically as if it's performing a tap action. But WWDC is less than a month away, so we will find out more if we see it there. Okay, buckle up. Let's talk 20th anniversary iPhone, because there is a whole lot of buzz around it. And yes, it's an iPhone that is expected to come out in 2027, which is over 2 years from now. Apple's reportedly going for a radical redesign to celebrate this 20th anniversary iPhone. That could be a completely bezel-less display that curves around all four edges of the device. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman has been covering this for months, and the idea is an all-screen curved device with the sensors built into the display. No notches, no notches. Now, it's called the Glass Wing internally because of its display and design, and it's being made in China. Now, Korea's ET News reports its goal is to use four-edge bending display technology that would curve not along just the left and right sides, but also wrap around the top and bottom edges for a completely borderless design. The information separately reported last week that one of the iPhone models launching in 2027 will have a truly edge-to-edge display. Now, if we look at the calendar, the iPhone 17 lineup is expected this year, then the iPhone 18 lineup in 2026, and then the 20th anniversary iPhone in 2027. So that means no iPhone 19 lineup this time around as well. Remember, Apple also skipped it using the naming convention for iPhone 9. That was gone when it jumped to the 10, which at the time was their most dramatic design shift, because 7, 8, 9. It got rid of the home button, introduced the notch for Face ID, and brought a new swipe-based gesture interface. It was a major change. It really felt like their concept car type model of an iPhone, and Apple could be pursuing that same energy for the 20th anniversary iPhone. Now, reports say the new display technology is part of a push for next-gen hardware for this phone. Apple's also looking to develop a display driver that would bring significant power efficiency improvements, and a rumor reports claims that this new 20th anniversary iPhone could also be the first to include pure silicon batteries instead of graphite-based ones for increased energy density. Again, this is over 2 years away, and plenty of things are likely to change, but these are, the general key strokes that they're looking for, the key features. But if the reports are true, that is, right? This is, to me, the type of more ambitious design that all these starving fanboys and fangirls have been wanting to see from Apple for years, especially, with the iPhone, which has felt like its design has maybe hit a plateau for a while. It also gets Apple closer to that vision of a luxurious single piece of glass for the iPhone that Johnny Ive always lusted after as the dream iPhone. Now, let's look forward to 2027 a little bit more. Apple is going to have a whole bunch of different iPhone models, and according to a report from The Information, Apple will change their release schedule and release the more expensive 18 Pro models in the fall of 2026, and then delay the standard iPhone 18 models later in the spring of 2027. We're expecting to see a foldable iPhone in 2026. We've talked about it here. There's more to talk about, which would join the Pro lineup consisting of the 18 Pro, 18 Pro Max, and 18 Air. And then you'd have the standard 18 and an updated version of the 16E, which would possibly be an 18E in the spring of 2027. Now that also helps spread out the workload at every level from design, engineering, manufacturing, marketing, promotion, and selling. By breaking up the release schedule, to me, it just makes sense. All right, this next story sounds pretty wild, but hey, follow along here. According to the Wall Street Journal, Apple is planning to allow users to natively control iPhones, iPads, and other Apple hardware using brain signals later this year. It's a new partnership with a neurotechnology startup named Synchron that makes an implantable brain-computer interface, or BCI, called the Stentrode. Now, the Stentrode will help people with severe motor impairments like ALS and others to control Apple devices using neural signals detected from within blood vessels located above the brain's motor cortex. This device contains 16 electrodes that can detect motor-related brain activity without requiring open brain surgery, and these neural signals are then translated into digital commands that allow users to interact with an interface. That sounds pretty freaking amazing and incredible, and it's already been tested in 10 patients since 2019. In fact, one of those test patients in Pennsylvania with ALS who cannot use his arms was able to use the Apple Vision Pro and other Apple devices with just his thoughts alone. Now, it is still slower than other conventional methods, but this is truly a major advancement that will only get better over time and benefit so many more people. That is pretty amazing. Now, Apple also officially announced new accessibility features in iOS 19 and macOS 16. That's ahead of WWDC 25, which again happens on June the 9th to the June the 13th. Now, you can check out the full details of this on their newsroom article, but some of those features include a new one called Accessibility Nutrition Labels that are coming to the App Store. Now, these labels will highlight accessibility features available within apps or games so people know what to expect before they download them. There's a new magnifier app for the Mac coming that can use a camera to zoom in, read text, and detect objects around a user. The app will make the physical world more accessible for users with low vision. There's also a new Braille experience that will turn your iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple Vision Pro into a full-featured Braille note taker that's built into Apple's ecosystem when either using a Braille screen input or a connected Braille device. Now, another feature is live captions on Apple Watch for users that are deaf or hard of hearing. Live Listen is coming to Apple Watch and will include live captions to turn the iPhone into a remote microphone. So you'll be able to see live captions on an Apple Watch and even stream content directly to AirPods. And these are just some of the new features, and I just really encourage you to check out the article that goes even deeper with these new features and a whole lot more. Okay, now let's get to CarPlay, because we've been waiting for a new version of CarPlay for a while now, right? Apple had recently teased, after multiple delays, that it would be up to individual car manufacturers to release their updated next-gen CarPlay experiences. That next-gen experience is now called CarPlay Ultra, and it just started rolling out. Now, we saw the sneak peek and a preview a couple years ago with how it would be this customizable experience, bringing this unified and consistent feel that is integrated with the car systems and its many screens. So where can you check out CarPlay Ultra? First, well, it's now available with the new Aston Martin vehicle orders in the US and Canada. And you know what? I did a little check online because I need to do my homework. But as of this search, it says the cheapest Aston Martin in 2025 is their Vantage model that starts at $194,500. So yeah, 99% of you won't be seeing CarPlay Ultra anytime soon, including me. Apple does say CarPlay Ultra will expand to more vehicles globally in the next year. I believe they also said that about Apple Intelligence coming in the next year. So come on, everybody, let's do this, right? Let's put our bets down. What's going to happen first? the first finalized version of Apple Intelligence that was previewed at WWDC 2024, or the next CarPlay Ultra equipped car? Put it in the comments because comments are fun, all right? Woo, okay, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Hey, if you like what you see, give me that thumbs up, subs up, and hit that notification bell, ding, to get all my latest videos when they drop. And if you want more of that Apple goodness, you can check out my weekly Apple Bits XL audio podcast with the latest stories and special guests. Plus, you can support all my content with an ad-free version of the podcast, early access to my content, and exclusive content at patreon.com/BrianThomas. So thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace and love.